I know, alright, let me shut this shit down again. Y'all know what it is, y'all know what it is. I got to shut it down again because y'all know how they do with the copyright shit. Y'all know how to get it in. Welcome back to the channel. This your boy, Johanna Ali. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing Pisces Sun. So for all y'all Pisces out there, I got y'all. Hooking y'all up today. Before we get started, as normal, doing spiritual work, you know, you got to clear the energy up. Get all the negative energy out. From anybody. You dig what I'm saying? Any and everybody got to get that thing up out of there. So, that's how we going to get this thing rolling. Y'all know how we do it right about this time. Peace and blessings to everybody. You dig what I'm saying? All right. Clear it up. Pisces time. Y'all know what it is. Pisces know what this is. They better know what it is. I'm pretty sure they do. You dig what I'm saying? Get you some sage. And you'll spot if you ain't got none. I would suggest you get some. Definitely. Suggest you get some sage. Clear that air and energy around. So, we're going to hit right into it. Okay. So, we doing Pisces today. A fish. You dig? The fish. Pisces, the fish. And we're going to talk about the sun and Pisces. And your sun in astrology represents your soul. It also represents your father, your vitality. Some say the ego. I don't say the ego. I say it's like the aura a person has around them, more so. You dig what I'm saying? So Pisces, as overall, it's just not just a one-dimensional sign. Pisces is the chameleon. Pisces is the one you don't know. You think you know. Pisces don't even know who the fuck they is half the time. When they wake up in the morning, a lot of times they don't know who the fuck they is. Like some people wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Pisces just wake up and don't know who the fuck they is. A lot of times. So you got to forget them because they're accumulation of all the signs. They're the last sign. They're represented by the feet in the zodiac also. Like they're the last one. They're the 12th. A lot of times Pisces don't even want to be on their feet. They don't even like to walk a lot of places. They don't even like to walk. No cap. We go get right into y'all. If Pisces, they driving and they got to go into like a store or something, they're going to always look for the closest parking spot. Trust me, a Pisces individual will always look for the closest parking spot. They is not trying to walk too far. They ain't trying to walk too much of nowhere. You know, we're going to talk about the sun in Pisces. So the sun in Pisces, first off, they're very intuitive. They're water. First off, we're going to get into that. They're a water sign. And if y'all not a water sign, we're going to let y'all know about, I'm going to speak for all the water signs. We don't care about the regular mundane bullshit y'all dealing with in everyday life. Because we ain't even here with y'all. You dig what I'm saying? Water signs, a lot of times, we dealing with stuff that, because we're in the other realm. We really in the astral plane a lot of times. Water signs are, I'm going to let y'all know this, water signs are always in the astral plane. They never here with y'all. So the shit that y'all might mean something to y'all, don't mean all that much to a water sign, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because that's why we have a lot of intuitiveness. You dig what I'm saying? Like we pick up on a lot of stuff because we ain't here with y'all. The stuff that y'all not saying, that's stuff we picking up on. And Pisces is that. Pisces is the subconscious realm. You dig what I'm saying? So they deal with subconscious realm. That's why they can be very psychic. They feel everything very deeply. Because they're represented by the ocean. So if you know anything about the ocean, that shit is never ended. And they're also represented by the two fish. They don't know which way to go. So a lot of times Pisces is also very indecisive too. They're very, very indecisive. They don't know which way they want to go. At halftime they want to go this way and they want to go that way. They don't know which way they want to go, but they want to go somewhere. And they don't even know where they're going halftime. They're going to forget where they're going in the midst of them going in. They know what I'm talking about. I like to say this about Pisces. Pisces is either Finding Nemo or Moby Dick or some shit, or Great White Shark. Like the two dynamics of the Pisces. Like they might seem like they're real helpless, but if you look at that other fish up under there, I don't think that's a fish. I think that's a shark. They can be cold-blooded. They could be very cold-blooded. You know how a shark got the black eyes? You know what I mean? Like ain't nothing behind them. That's a Pisces. You got to understand, because Pisces, like they're the chameleons. So a lot of times when I said earlier, when they wake up, they don't know who they is, so they don't know what sign they represent today. See, so they might need to follow the moon like Cancers. You know what I mean? That'd be good for them to know at least what kind of energy they're dealing with for the day. You dig what I'm saying? Because whatever the moon is in, that might play an effect on how the waters. Because you know, Cancer, the moon controls the waters. You dig what I'm saying? So it might affect y'all mood. Y'all might need to follow that. Just a little thing with y'all Pisces. Shout out for y'all. Another thing about Pisces, like they sacrifice. They sacrifice a lot. They do. They sacrifice a lot of just things around them. They sacrifice themselves for people a lot of times who don't even appreciate them. Sometimes, a lot of times, because like they shouldn't do half the things that they do for others, but they're gonna do them anyway, and they find themselves in the bad spots by doing that a lot of times, because they can seem irresponsible. Like Pisces can also seem irresponsible because they're sacrificing things that they know they need to be doing for themselves for others. You dig what I'm saying? They're supposed to put themselves first, but that's what makes Pisces kind of cool in a good way, I guess. You know what I mean? They look out for everybody. You know what I mean? They understand. They do understand because again, they're every sign. So a lot of times, like, you know what I mean? You might not think that they don't know what's going on. They know what's going on. Trust me, a Pisces know what I'm talking about, like, because they'll pick it up. But they'll be just all over the place a lot of times. It might seem chaotic. Like, they might seem chaotic. Like, their rooms might be messy. You know what I mean? A lot of times, they could just be all over the place. But they know where everything is. Like, even in their room, the room might be look all fucked up. But they know exactly where something is. And they know if something's out of order. They know if somebody done moved something. They know if something out of place or something like that. That's the other thing about them. Like, yeah, they could be kind of messy and chaotic when it comes to, like, life in general. Just life in general, they could just be messy with a lot of stuff. Like, they could be real messy in relationships and everything. Like, they could just be messy, but they still caring. That's what kind of makes you still kind of like care for them, because they care. They show you that they care about you, so you kind of gotta like look over certain things with them. You know what I mean? Like, because it be blatant shit that they be doing. You like, God damn, man. But like, they're dependable to a degree, but not really. I'm gonna tell you one thing about them. They're gonna be late. They gonna be late. They are gonna be late. Don't expect them to be on time for nothing. I'm talking about nothing. I'm talking. You can tell them to be there at 7:30 specifically. We going not 7:31, not 7:32, not 7:40, 7:30. The motherfuckers gonna be there tomorrow. If they show up, like, them motherfuckers be late as fuck. I'm talking about, it could be important no matter what it is. Like, that's one of the things, like, I don't know, it's like, they never on time. They're just never on time, and they late. They can wake up on time. Speaking of waking up, they rule the sleep round, you know, the dream round. Because the rule, I need to back up, because they're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. Snoop Dogg planet, I call it planet Snoop Dogg, you dig what I'm saying? But they're ruled by Jupiter, you dig what I'm saying? So Jupiter is expansion, you know what I mean? And it makes things bigger than what it is. Keep that in mind when it comes to Pisces. Remember what I said, they make things bigger than what it is. And they got a lot of moons around Jupiter, so that's another part. We're going to get to that too. So when it comes to them, like, they can blow up little things and make the little things big and the big things little. Like, they'll reverse it like the fish. Like, they'll make the stuff that's important little. And, like, they might be irresponsible when it comes to certain things, when it comes to handling the things that really matter sometimes, when they're supposed to handle it. And they don't handle that shit. And, like, they'll procrastinate, and never get to that shit. Never do it. Never change. They'll never change when it comes to that. But they kind of know, like, what they're comfortable with. The other thing about them is that that sleeping thing, like, when it comes to them with sleep, they rule the sleep realm. They rule the dream realm. So, like, a lot of them will fall asleep on you, like, at the oddest times. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they'll really fall asleep on you. They will. That's like their thing. Like, they recharge. They'll recharge off of the sleep. They get powers in the sleep. They're like, a lot of them need that sleep. If they don't get that sleep, they'll be like real cranky or whatever, and real snappy. They'll turn to a Scorpio on you. You dig what I'm saying? First they'll turn to a Scorpio, they'll get quiet, then turn to a Cancer, they'll start snapping on you. You dig what I'm saying? So that water, they'll start acting like all the signs in whatever manner that they do. A lot of times it's gonna play out through their rising sign. They'll feel it first in their moon, but then they'll play it out through the personality. But you gonna see it. You gonna see it. As long as they get their sleep, they good. If they ain't got no sleep, you know what I mean. Just let them get a nap. They probably need a nap. They don't need to sleep long, but they do. You dig what I'm saying? They don't need to sleep long, but they do. They gonna oversleep. They gonna set the alarm. They gonna hit that bitch like 4 or 5 times. If lucky, they get up. Speaking of lucky, they are lucky because they're ruled by Jupiter. So a lot of times they'll have like a lot of good luck in life in general. Like they're just the luckiest. Sometimes they'll. Some of them like to gamble. You know what I mean? I know for sure. Some of them like to gamble. Pisces love to explore. When it comes to that aspect, that's what they share with Sagittarius, like that exploring part and going far and that gambling and being lucky. Like they lucky in life. Like you would think like this person not gonna come back from something, and you be like, God damn, they bounce right back, or they the other fish or whatever then took over and swam to the top. When it comes to them, like they really lucky in life, and love too, and relationships, but it get tricky there. But they're good in relationships too, because you got to go back to sacrifice, and they expand stuff. So you know, things with them can go good depending on the vibration. Because with every sign, it's a higher vibration and a lower vibration. You're gonna deal with good ones and bad ones with everything, just like the fish, because they're accumulation of all the signs. So you got one on the top, one at the bottom, yin and the yang. That's what they also like the light and the dark too. So like they'll play out those energies also. They'll definitely play out those energies a lot. They could be kind of weird sometimes. Like Pisces is also like the twin of Aquarius. So Pisces and Aquarius share like they're the twins, but they're not identical twins. They're like fraternal twins or whatever. But they both can have like this know-it-all mentality. You know what I mean? Like they can get them a little bit of a narcissistic kind of, you know what I mean? Get them a little bit of narcissistic ways sometimes. It might come off as being narcissistic when they speaking about certain things sometimes, like they know for sure. And sometimes they do, but it never, they can't always communicate that in the right ways for everybody to understand. But they know what they're talking about. Like, trust me, they know what they're talking about. They could just be like, again, because it's chaotic. It's the waters. Depends on how they're feeling and how they're going to display it. Because a lot of times, a Pisces could they're gonna pick up on the vibes in whatever environment they're in. Because they're a mutable sign also. So the mutable signs, like, they're a little bit different. I ain't saying that mutable signs are followers, but they kind of just go with the flow a little bit more than the other signs. The fixed signs going to be fixed, and you know, the cardinal signs going to do what they're going to do. But when it comes to the mutable signs, they can go along and get along till they get where they got to go, because they got an objective just like everybody else. But when it comes to the Pisces in general, like they could put on a mask. You dig what I'm saying? They could put on a mask because of whatever vibe, just, you know what I mean? Whatever vibe just came through, they're going to pick up on that energy. And they might try to match the energy that's around instead of just being themselves, because a lot of times Pisces come off as being like fake. They can come off as being fake a lot of times, like they ain't being genuine. Some people pick that up from them. But they are kind of being genuine, but they don't know how to, assert themselves all the time, like Scorpio. Like they don't know how to fix themselves all the time, like, position themselves to be fixed and to just be themselves. So they're just gonna roll with whatever vibe it is, because they're gonna pick up the vibe. They can walk in the room and they're gonna pick up on the vibe or whatever's going on. Like y'all could have been talking about whatever, but they're gonna pick up on that vibe or whatever's been talking about. Like if you no matter what it is, good or bad, they just know what vibe it is. Like the water, because it's water again. Like tap that, boom. They gonna all know what that tap. They gonna all react to that tap on that glass. See how them fishes did that? Boom. They gonna all. That's how Pisces are. The vibrations, they felt that, and they gonna react to it in a different way. So a lot of times they might try to put on a mask or just act like whatever the vibe is. Act like whatever the vibe is in the room. A lot of times, unless they got a lot of cardinal with them, a lot of cardinal signs, energy with them, and then they'll be the ones like pushing the energy. You dig what I'm saying? You don't want them to push the energy. You don't want Pisces to push the energy. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you why you don't want them to push the energy. Because again, they're gonna pick up on the vibe, and it's hard for them to be them. So it's kind of hard for them to present who they really are to people. Because they'll never show people who they really are. Hell, half the time they don't know who the fuck they are. But I'm telling you, like, they will motherfucking do stuff. They will lie. Like Pisces though they liars. They be lying about shit. Like and the shit about them when it comes to them lies and shit, like they good at lying. And if you ain't good at catching the lie, they gonna lie to you. And you'll be like, what the fuck? But then this the other part, like they're so good at lying, they can make other people believe they're lying. That's the other shit. They can make other people believe that, like they'll say some shit about you and have people looking at you fucked up. But that, like, you like, what the fuck? Because like they rule the dream realm, so they could like put this illusion. Neptune also the co-ruler, because you know what I mean. Neptune is the co-ruler of Pisces, so they could be an illusion, but they can put illusions on you too. They can have you thinking that you cool with them, but they ain't even cool with you. Like they'll be talking about you and shit. Like, hey, I forgot about that part. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Hang on, yeah, but let me get back. Yeah, but they'll lie, but they so good liars that you just have to know that Pisces, like, oh, this motherfucking lying. Like you have to just know them, like, oh, you know they're lying. Just like you know they're gonna be late. You have to just know that about them. Like they're gonna lie about certain shit because I don't know why they lie. Shit, they don't know why they lie. I think a lot of times because they trying to save face, because they don't know what face that they in right then. A lot of times they try or it's something else that they're not telling you. Whatever it is. But they the exposers too, and they love to talk about people. Like Pisces is the exposers. Like if they know something about you, like similar to Aquarius, but like they talk about you behind your back, but they'll talk about you in your face. Like they're talking about somebody else, they'll use somebody else's name or scenario, but they're kind of talking about you. And like if you get a vibe, they're talking about your ass. Trust me, they talking about you. Trust me, they talking about you. They're not talking about nobody else. They try to be real sarcastic about like the way they come off about how they're talking about you too, in your face too. And they'll be smiling. I'm tell you how, if they're smiling too hard and they're talking about somebody, they're talking about your ass. More than likely, they're talking about your ass. They're smiling real hard. They're talking about your ass. You be like, hang on, you're talking about something similar. Like if you just get a vibe, but you got to be a water. We gonna pick up on that shit. We already know what time it is. That's another thing about it. I hate that part about them. You know what I mean? Again, good and bad. I'm talking about that on each side, but that's the fish. They already know what I'm talking about anyway. That's the shark that I'm talking about anyway. That's setting up the lies anyway. The shark is setting up the lies. You know, it's looking like Nemo, like like they're trying to be all like whatever, like helpless, like they don't know what they're doing. Nah, they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. Trust me, they know exactly what they're doing. And in school, like they could daydream also. They could be wander off into dreamland because again Neptune co-rules Pisces, so they could be real dreamy. Like Pisces could be like real hippie-ish. Like they could be like on some hippie shit. You dig what I'm saying? What I didn't do earlier is name famous Pisces before this video started. But I'm gonna go ahead and name some now. Erica Badu, easy off the top. You got oh shit, I can just look at my fish because I named all these fish after Pisces. You got Queen Latifah, you got Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Howard. Who else we got? Shaquille O'Neal. Who else we got? That's a Pisces. That serial killer Andrew Gacy or whatever that clown motherfucker. Him. Who else? We got Chili from TLC. Bow Wow. Who else we got? Well, let me look in here. Dr. Dre almost, I want to say Dr. Dre Pisces. Fuck that. You know he's born on the 18th. He a cuss. He's born February 18th, but he got a lot of Pisces. I give him more Pisces energy Like, and they women, hold up, low key, the males can be women beaters. Like they'll beat women. Like that's I heard that story. Like a lot of male Pisces could be like very abusive. Have to interject that in. But a lot of female Pisces could be very what's the word I want? Promiscuous. When it comes to it's just again it always go back to your environment too. Your environment plays a part into like how that sun plays out and how a person acts a lot of times. Anyway, you know what I mean. And if they're in the right environment, they're gonna thrive very good, just like a fish in the water. But if they're in the wrong environment where the water is toxic and dirty, they're gonna respond just the way their water is. Because again, they're about them vibes and they're about that environment. And like they make great drug dealers, but they make good drug dealers, but they make bad drug dealers. Because again, they're gonna be late. They're gonna be late if they show up or if they pick up or whatever. But like, cause they rule, Neptune is a co-ruler of Pisces. You don't do it healthy now. You don't see me with the spiritual water no more. You see me doing coconut water. Anyway, yeah, they could they got Neptune with them, so like drugs, they could do every drug on the fucking planet. How about that? Pisces could do every drug on the planet, and they could have they could do every drug on the planet a little bit better than I don't know if I'm using the right word better, but look, like they're fucked up and you're fucked up. Like when they get fucked up, they know how to transfuse that shit into making that shit work for them. You know what I mean? Like they know how to turn that shit into reality. They know how to go far with that shit, and sometimes they go too far with everything. But that's another thing about them, because like sometimes they don't know when to stop. That's another thing about them too. They're kind of similar because you got Jupiter ruling them with Neptune. So you throw Neptune on top of Jupiter, that's a person who gets fucked up. They could, like a lot of Pisces, could get too fucked up. Like they'll get real drunk or real high, or just like, but they can handle it. Like they'll like, yeah, not really, but like, yeah, they can handle it different depending on the Pisces. A lot of times, like if they're early Pisces, say like if they're like the ones in March, the ones in February, they not so much as like the ones in March. The ones in like the early part of March, before it get to Aries, yeah, the ones right in the middle, yeah, they get it in. Yeah, the middle degrees of Pisces, yeah, they go hard in the paint. Like the ones that's in the later degrees of Pisces, a lot of times they ain't really. Some of them ain't even with none of that no kind of substance abuse. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times you might find a Pisces in a rehab or a substance abuse place or place like that, like rehab or yeah, you can find them in places like that a lot of times. You might meet a Pisces in there, and they also rule like hospitals, insane asylums, jail. A lot of you gonna find that they rule jail too. Like shit, Pisces is jail. Like a Pisces don't mind going to jail. Like if it's any sign they don't mind going to jail, it's a Pisces. They look a lot of times they look forward to jail, and they have fun once they get in that motherfucker. Like they different when they different. Pisces like that's their realm. You know what I mean? Like that's their realm. Like the isolation, because they know how to isolate themselves too. They can isolate themselves. Like that's another thing about Pisces. They can isolate themselves, but a lot of times they like it could get toxic when they do that. So it's not good when they isolate themselves. Like they need to come on down and come on out of them waters, so to speak. Come on up and get a breath of fresh air. Don't be so like to be the other fish or the shark that's always down in the darkness of that water. You dig what I'm saying? They got to come up to the light. If not, then they could be a very, very bad Pisces. You know what I mean? But for the most part, Pisces is cool. Very creative too. They're creative people. Timberland, the beat maker. You dig what I'm saying? Like he a Pisces. You dig what I'm saying? He's probably one of my favorite producers. Probably one of the best producers. Him or Dr. Dre. You see how I say like boom? They rule that creativity. They good with music also. They can be great with music. When it comes to them in music, they do well in groups. they'll do well in groups instead of on their own, unless they have like some strong individuality to make them stand on their own a lot of times. But most times they're better off in groups because they're gonna need, a lot of times they're better off in groups because that's gonna keep them on point and keep them from acting out all reckless and to doing too much Piscean shit, like being late or not even showing up, or just like, you know what I mean? Like they need somebody to keep them a little bit on task a little bit sometimes, because they could get off track a lot. You know what I mean? They swim away a lot. You know what I mean? Like they're very indecisive too. Again, like I said before, so they don't even know if they coming or going half the time. You dig what I'm saying? That's the life of the fish. But they cool. Like they cool. I'm gonna stop this one in a second. Let me see if I'm just about talking about everything I know about Pisces. Cause I always do part twos. You know, y'all know me. I always do part twos. But and for the most part, like Pisces, like they cool. Good and bad, because like again, they're accumulation of all the signs, and the signs that they get along with the best. I'm gonna start doing that. The signs that they get along with the best is the water signs, for one. Pisces and Cancer have this psychic connection. Like if it's any like two signs that know what they like, they could talk to each other without saying nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Like they know, like those two, like for sure. Scorpio also, they're good with Pisces. Pisces is good with Scorpio. They just got but with anything good and bad in it. So you got to make sure you with the right vibration of that other energy that they get along with. Virgo, it was just their sister sign. It's the opposite of Pisces. It's like a Virgo with a Pisces is magic, because like they're gonna give the Virgo the imagination that they need, and Virgo gonna give them the organization and the structure that they need to turn their magic, into reality. You dig what I'm saying? So they get along well with them. They don't work with Leos. I don't care what nobody say. They don't work with Leos. They don't work with Leos, and it's the reason why. It's a reason why, more so on the Leo aspect, because Pisces behind the scenes could be like, you'll see like the ego of Leo, and thinking like certain things, like Pisces like this, like almost like Aquarius. They like to shoot shit down. They like to shoot people down. So when it comes to certain shit, so I don't think they work well. Just for my personal opinion, they work well with Taurus also. They work very well with Taurus. I see that a lot. But the best, to me, the best combo for a Pisces, relationship wise, is Capricorn. Because Capricorn's gonna give them that reality check that they need all the time. They need that reality check, and damn if Capricorn won't give it to them. Aquarius and Pisces, that could get too messy, because like from what I know, from my experience, just knowing astrology and my years of reading for people, like that one don't work. But the one with Capricorn and Pisces, they need some earth. Anytime they with earth, any water need. A lot of times, water, we need earth. I say we because I'm a water too, so I understand. Like a lot of water needs earth to give that water some stability. Because and Capricorn gonna make sure that a Pisces have that a lot of times, and they're good with that. But I'm gonna save a lot of the relationship part for part 2 when it comes to Pisces. You dig what I'm saying? So holler at y'all in a second. Peace.